Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for stopping in today. I'm really excited about a message from Spirit. But before I start, of course, I always have to thank you so much for all of your support and for especially sending out these messages and sharing with so many people. It's absolutely overwhelming the support I've received in the last, oh my God, in the last little while. It's just been crazy. And I'm so, so pleased. And it just makes me so happy that it makes me want to do these more and more. And so I thought I'm just going to do them randomly. I wasn't really planning on doing one this morning, but this one here has been bothering me so much. And I don't know if it's someone coming to visit me here at the office within the next half hour for my next session, or if it's just someone that's related to me on my Facebook page or on my official page. But I get the sense that it's someone I'm connected to somehow, or someone that I'm connected to even in Facebook land or on the internet, or even a client somehow. And so please, I'm so excited about getting these messages out, but I really appreciate your support. I appreciate the fact that you share them with everyone, because I've had over 2,000 views on my last video alone in less than a week. So again, thank you for your support, and thank you for sharing these messages, because it means the world to someone to receive a message from the other side. I know that when I get messages from my mediums and the people that I see, I'm going to tell you, it's very uplifting for me. Sometimes I'm not able to pick up my own relatives, and so I depend on my own mediums as well to kind of connect and just to kind of give me that lift that I need, because I can't seem to get through. So I can appreciate that so much, and so I understand how much you appreciate these messages just by the number of shares. So thank you. And I just want to let you know the man that I have here today, because it's definitely a gentleman. I get the sense that his name is either like an ILL type of name, William or Bill. It could be Gilles, Gilles, or it could be like a Phil. It sounds like that. But he makes me feel definitely he's connected to that name. It's either his father or himself or one of his own children, not a sibling. He makes me feel, though, that he's connected to this name or that he owns it. And the reason I say that is because he's so adamant about owning that somehow. So it's very, very close. It wouldn't be a second cousin, that you haven't seen in 30 years type thing. Now, I'm going to call him Bill, because I feel good with calling him Bill, and that's the first thing I wrote down as soon as I started feeling him around. Now, Bill makes me feel that he has his presence very well known. He was either a janitor or a maintenance person or a superintendent, and honestly, I feel more connected to it like a superintendent type of thing, because I don't think he would have collected the rent. I could be wrong here, but he shows me tools. He shows me visiting different, and I see apartment numbers on doors. And so it's got to be much more than 3 apartments. It would be no less than 4 apartments. So I would say 3.5, even like a bachelor in a triplex, or I don't know. But he makes me feel that he took care of these properties, and he did a freaking darn good job at it too. So he's a very, very proud guy. Very happy, very social. He would talk to everybody. If he'd be raking the lawn in the yard, he'd be talking to the neighbors. So he makes me feel that he was a very, very, very well liked guy. Now, he makes me feel that he had problems in around his circulation system. So I would think that he would have had heart problems or high cholesterol or high blood pressure. But he makes me feel that his circulation system suffered quite a bit. This is a guy that didn't feel well. I think he just did way too much. Either he wore himself out, had degenerative disc and had a sore back. He had sore legs and sore knees. But he didn't really complain that much. And I believe his wife knew how much he suffered. He almost makes me feel he also had, like, his legs wouldn't rest at night, when he'd go to bed. And so he just makes me feel that he was a restless type of guy, or a very highly energetic type of man. Now, he's really happy. He really makes his presence known. So he makes me feel that he visits very familiar places. So apartments that he would have taken care of, or even some of his friends that he made over the years in these apartments. He makes me feel that he visits them. He flickers lights, or he makes me feel that he plays with the electricity. he could turn off the television or make it flicker or change channels maybe. He just makes me feel that he's able to do that kind of stuff. And so if you've experienced that around, or if you know someone that's connected to this Bill that dies, and I would think faster than usual. I would have thought he would have been in the hospital for about a week before he passed. And he just shows me his chest area, but the circulation's too compromised, so I would think it's heart conditions. Now, he makes me feel at this present time, there's been someone in the family here connected to him, still alive, that's just gone for some kind of test to do with either the bladder or the kidneys or the prostate, that kind of thing, male, lower body. But it doesn't make me feel it's as bad as I guess as it's called up to be. So I get the feeling that this guy here has been following his loved ones around, but someone has just recently gone for tests. They don't think the results are back yet, but the results aren't really as bad as one would think. I think there's still a little bit of a medical problem to do with the kidneys or the bladder, that kind of thing, but they don't make me feel it's like, oh my God, bad. They make me feel it's workable, or it's treatable. So I'm pretty happy, or feeling really positive about good news coming. He doesn't give me a 4-leaf clover, he gives me a 3-leaf clover, which means it's green light. I feel pretty good about it. He also makes me feel that he comes through with a much older woman, someone that would have died 25, 30 years ago, maybe even 35 years ago, but she's definitely interred, and she has an F-sounding name. Her name would be something like Philomena, or Phyllis, or Florence, Fiorella, Fiona. I can't even think of these types of names, but you're getting the gist of the type of flow to the name. And so it makes me feel passed away quite a long time ago, but this Bill is very, very much connected to this female that comes through, and I would think it's related to him directly. Now, he also makes me feel that 1986 was very important. So I don't know if someone passed in 86 or if someone was born in 1986, but he makes me feel that 1986 is important, or the number 86 could be, someone around him 86 years old that he's acknowledging here or passed away. I don't think Bill was that old. I think Bill would have been in his 60s, not quite retired yet. But he makes me feel 86 is important. So if 86 is not 1986, and if 86 is not, someone that's 86 years old, I take the 8 as being the 8th month, August, and 6th day, so August 6th or June 8th. And I see that so clearly, it's just there. Anyways, this Bill wants you to know that he loves you very, very much. He comes around, he makes those lights flicker, or he turns off the television. He's a little bit of a sneak. He's an extremely powerful, very positive type of light for me. So very, very beautiful soul. And he's just so happy. He wants to say hi to his family. Makes me feel there's a dog. I don't know if it's Muffet or Buffett, or I don't know, but it sounds like that. But he wants me to acknowledge also this really nice dog. It almost looks like a reddy type of brown, like a Springer Spaniel maybe. I'm not too sure, but that's what it looks like when I see it. Anyways, I thank you so much for, sharing these messages. If you know Bill, or if you're connected to Bill, who's with, Philomena or Fiona or Fiorella or Florence, or, that kind of name. If you have someone with bladder issues or kidney issues, that kind of thing, this message is for you, or for someone in your family. Please share it with everyone. Thank you so much. Someone needs to hear that Bill's okay. He's having a great time. He's fantastic, and he's going to make sure that he's there when his family comes through, but they have long lives. I'm not too worried about it being for a very, very long time. Thanks so much for listening. Have a beautiful day. I've got to get ready for my next appointment, so I better hurry up. I love you lots, and thanks again for sharing. Bye-bye.